Okay, in this setup, what we're going to be doing is doing a center of mass for an irregular shape. So what do I need in order to do those things? Well, to start off, I need an irregular shape. So what I've done is just cut out a bit of cardboard. Cardboard's pretty good, but you want to make it really irregular. By making it irregular, the result is that it's very difficult to find that center of mass just by drawing some straight lines. So to help me with that, I've also got a board which I put against our whiteboard. This allows me to pin my irregular shape onto it. I'm also going to set up a little plumb line. So the plumb line, I've just got an old bolt here which I found. I'm going to take a piece of string, tie that piece of string to my plumb line, to my bolt, and basically I've just got enough force here, so it's just going to hang straight down. So this is basically going to be my guide with respect to gravity. Gravity is going to be grabbing hold of my bolt, and literally it's going to be holding it in a straight line. Finally, all I need is a pin. I'm just going to pin. That's going to allow me to pin the center of the irregular shape onto my board. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my irregular shape, and I'm going to put my pin, I don't know, it doesn't really matter where you put it, but I'm going to put it, find a spot, and I'm going to put it in, and I'm going to make, you know, a decent amount of a hole. Okay, what that allows me to do is to get, whoops, got away with me. It allows me to basically pivot my my irregular shape. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to take my irregular shape, I'm going to place it onto the board, just enough so it swings happily. Okay, so you can see there it swings nice and happily. Now what I'm then going to do is take my plumb line, just going to make a wee loop in it, helps if you're in the Scouts for this, then at least you can make a decent knot. But there you go. So I'm going to place my plumb line onto my pin. Now by placing it onto my pin, the result is that I've now got a nice straight line. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to grab a pen. Here we go, got my pen, and I'm going to draw a line which is going to go straight down from the pin all the way down following the line. Okay, so roughly there's my line, which basically makes up my plumb line. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to find another point. Okay, so I find another point, it doesn't matter where, I'm going to stick it in there, make sure it spins happily, we'll keep the mass away, and I'm going to stick it back on my board. Okay, now just hold it there, so let gravity do its work. And there's my line. So I take my pen again, run my pen down where the line is, do another one. Let's find an odd shape in the corner there. Okay, ow, be careful. Make sure it spins happily. Yep, got enough of a loop there, stick it back on the board. And make sure it spins. So don't push your pin in too much. Okay, put it down. Try and let that spin happily. And basically, what we'll find is when we put our line in, it goes right through the center. Which means now, I'll do one more just for good luck. I want to try and get it in that position there. So let's see if we can get a point up there, which allows us to put our next line in. We happy there? What do you think? Yep. Let's put it in. And you can see there's our pivot point. Now, we can check this. Basically, if I take my pin out, put it all together, what I should then be able to do is if I put my pin in that center point and then spin, it should spin equally. If it doesn't spin equally, then the result is then the center of mass is slightly out. Okay, so here we go. Stick it back in, get a nice hole, and it should spin quite evenly as it moves around. Okay, it's a very crude diagram, but basically it gives you an opportunity to work out center of mass using a very, very simple contraction. And you'll notice that using my irregular shape, all the lines met up, and they met up at the point where all the mass converges, which is basically our center of mass. Okay, I hope that was good. I hope you found that useful, and I'd like to see you join me again, and we'll check out some more physics concepts. Thanks for watching.